As you know, Mushoku Tensei is not just my most favorite isekai of all time, but it's my most favorite light novel of all time. The author put so much thought and so much creativity within the story, from the characters to the world to the environment to the lore, everything about it, to even the origins of the story itself. Now, fair warning, my dear viewer, if you are an anime only, heck, if you're an American translated, well, light novel reader only, this will contain heavy spoilers. Heavy spoilers. There's no way I cannot talk about this story without spoiling anything that's major to the plot. So if you are a light novel reader or an anime watcher, and even a manga reader, don't watch this video. See, there's this book that the author Mushoku Tensei released. Not a book, but more of a web novel. It has yet to be printed out and stuff like that, or edited. And it's called Old Dragon's Tale. It's involved with the story, the origin story of the world of Mushoku Tensei. The original state of the world it was itself. Now, I myself didn't read it, but I actually was listening to an audiobook by a VTuber. In fact, the only VTuber I've ever really took interest into is Natalie X Hunter. She's an amazing VTuber who can share her opinions and thoughts on things while being very gracefully. And she's a big fan of Mushoku Tensei and ReZero. So if you want to listen to Old Dragon's Tale, go check out her channel because she is amazing, by the way. So anyways, Old Dragon's Tale, like I said, is about a certain character that you will hear every now and then within the novels in the anime called Laplace. He is to be told to be this very extremely evil demon god who wanted to purge humanity off the face of the earth and brought it to near the end of extinction, and it will come back someday and will try to do it all over again. And he is one of the vital parts in order to get to the true main antagonist of the series. So, as reading this, when I first read the web novel, I was like, oh man, I can't wait for the author to create this sequel to Mushoku Tensei, which will be making, by the way. And you get to finally see the Battle of Laplace, a battle that's been talked about throughout the entire series of the web novel and stuff. But however, after you read Old Dragon's Tale, you start to feel sad. You start to really pity this poor person named Laplace. Where when you read the origin story, you find out that he wasn't just this terrible person. He was actually this nice, intelligent, strong person who wanted just to have a family, to please his father/God, to bring the worlds together. That's all he really wanted to do. But thanks to a certain terrible person, a certain other human god, that never happened and stuff. And Old Dragon's Tale pretty much tells the discovery of Laplace to the ends of the 6 worlds. Well, 5 of the 6 worlds, anyways. It tells how he was picked up, adopted by a dragon clan. Laplace was this demon dragon king in a way, where he was half demon and half dragon. But he had a very unique appearance with the green hair and stuff. And it's because of the green hair, a lot of people on the new world of Mushoku Tensei fear the green hair because it resembles a remnant of Laplace in a way. That's why people also fear the separates and are very wary sometimes of Roxy's clan too, or even Selphie. She had the green hair, but there's a reason of that. The Laplace factor. Everything Mushoku Tensei has a reason of happening, which is the reason why I enjoy the series so much. Well, anyways, back on topic with the origin stories. It has 23 chapters, and each chapter starts off very ominous, mysterious, nice, entertaining, heartwarming, and then as chapters go further and further down towards the end, things only get sadder and sadder and stuff by the way it goes. And it's very heart-wrenching towards the end because you see this character Laplace who's growing, who's developing, creating connections, gaining up the ranks, and even shed tears sometimes. And and try and do his best to protect his family, his newfound family, only to see it all crumble away. Because sometimes loyalty and devotion sometimes can waver you from a good path, could blind you sometimes, can even manipulate you, by the way, causing worlds to be destroyed because of anger and hatred and not really thinking things through. And because of that, so many lives were lost. As you know, the world of Mushoku Tensei originally was a cube, a cube of 6 sides, and each side had a different world to it. There is the beast world, the sea world, the sky world, the demon world, the dragon world, and the human world. And the center of this world was the void world. And no one really thought about that. They just thought it was just a passage way to go to the other worlds. Now, among these worlds, the dragon world was the strongest world, and the human world was the smartest and wisest world, only because they didn't have longevity like the other worlds did. Now, with that being said, the dragon god and the human god had a nice connection with each other, where they were like best friends, and they were creating bridges to help each other out. And then La Place was discovered. So at this time, it seems that things were going well until a certain tragedy happened. And then you see, after that tragedy, things only get worse. Wars start to break out. Things didn't seem right. Certain things were missing. Certain people were being assassinated. And there was no true explanation behind the scenes. Only everyone just pointing a finger at each other. And then this misunderstanding came to all out wars where the gods themselves fought each other. And every time a god would fall and lose their core, it will cause that world to be destroyed. And at that time, each 90, only 10% of creatures from each world were able to make it to the human world, meaning the rest of the 90% of those people in each world were destroyed, completely gone. Man, it was just terrible. And then to the point where you see the 5 dragon generals trying to put an end to it, where the dragon god wanted to destroy the final world, the human world. But they said it's not a good idea, so they tried to stop him, but they fought him. But in the end of the day, they're all being manipulated by the human god himself. Hitagami, I mean. Like I said, it's a spoiler, so if you're still watching this video and you still listen to these spoilers, it's your fault. Well, anyways, you see how Hitagami just manipulates everybody and just tricks them because he himself is not the strongest god. In fact, probably one of the weakest, but he is still smart nonetheless, manipulating everyone. However, he was not fully able to destroy the dragon god just yet, where the dragon god sent his child, Oyster, half human, half dragon god, being into the future, one day to fight and kill off Hitagami. Now, Laplace's true objective was to help Oyster create techniques to help him find a way to kill Hitagami, find a way to get to him, and also to find out who Hitagami truly is. You see, throughout the book, Hitagami is not called Hitagami. He is called the human god, the man god. And he was friends with the dragon god. However, the dragon god discovered that that wasn't Hitagami. And stuff like, that wasn't the man god. Somehow the man god actually died, apparently some time before, and someone is impersonating him. So that's why he calls him Hitagami. Which is like a major mind blow for me. And then towards the end, where Laplace was trying to make theories of what is Hitagami, saying that there has been a theory where the original god, the one that created the worlds before he died, body was left behind, and someone took that body and is now using it as the man god. So whoever that person is literally put themselves into someone else's corpse, and as though it's a costume, and is using it to manipulate people, and only because that person, Hitagami, wants to become the only one true god. And he couldn't do that with all the worlds, so he forced at least 10% of creatures from each world to go into the human world, so he can rule over it as the one true god. However, as we all know, in the original series of Mushoku Tensei, he is stuck inside the void world, the center world, and he can only do is watch people and plot his schemes by bringing them up to the void world through the dreams, which is very interesting. Now, Laplace, his goal, but he's also there in the human world, and he also has an assistant, which brings up another interesting theory. He has an elf assistant who had a curse that was being suppressed, and she was helping him out. She was the only family he had left. However, she wished to help him no matter what, and the only way he can help her is by creating mana for him to help out Oyster in the future to destroy Hitagami. However, she was put into a sleep in this glowing water, and when she does, her body will change, and also she'll lose her memories as well. However, unless Laplace will keep up the maintenance of the crystal and to help her to stable and keep her memory. However, as you know, if you are a web novel reader, this does not happen because another more tragedy just keeps happening to this character, where Laplace himself is split in two because the very armor he created to destroy Hitagami was used against him, where he was split into two people now. The one guy, that technique god, that's creating ways to defeat a god but don't know what god he's defeating, to the demon god who wants to purge humanity off the face of the earth. So his will, his mission was split because as he was fighting a certain god, fighting God, he was about to do his reincarnation technique where he can reincarnate himself into the future. However, as this was happening, he was being split into two at that time, where he was reincarnated, but however not at the Laplace we all know from Old Dragon's Tale, but the Laplace that we know in Mushoku Tensei. So it's just a very sad tale, man. A sad tale about a guy who, in a way, failed to do what he needed to do. But in a way, not, because he's still continuing, because the technique god is still trying to find a way to defeat God, but he doesn't know what god it is he's trying to defeat. He's just creating techniques. He even created the world power system for everything. He probably doesn't even know. So will we ever meet this Laplace, the technique god, somewhere down the future in the sequel? And then we also have the demon god one, where he was supposed to destroy the human god, but he only has the human side part down, where he wants to destroy humans instead of the human god, which is such irony in a way. It's just sad. It really is. Like I said, the story was amazing. It's good, and watch Nally X Hunter's videos on her channel because she does an amazing job reading it. I swear, she does an amazing job, and she says she'll be reading more stories and content, by the way. I look forward to it. It's going to be amazing. So anyways, that was my opinion on Old Dragon Tale. It is definitely a must-read for Mushoku Tensei fans. I hope it will become printed books one day, along with redundancy chapters, and even Jobless Oblige, because I'm just going to buy them all, man. Just buy them all. It's just such an amazing series, man. I hope all of it gets a chance to be animated. Heck, Old Dragon Tale itself deserves an adaptation for how well written it is, and will really make people feel for Laplace if they ever do print it out into books and stuff, because it is that damn good. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're watching this Nally X Hunter, thank you for reading the books to me. It was good to reading it while I was eating or drinking something nice and hot and stuff. It was nice to listen to your voice and stuff. And I look forward to more of your work. It was very enjoyable. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video and like my content, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Madame, signing out.